name of this game is Survive This. It was created by Clint Pressler on March 8th, 2017. The number of players required to play this game is 3+. The estimated playtime is 20 to 45 minutes, and the suggested ages are 8+, depending on a player's use of appropriate or inappropriate cards. There is no language dependency as long as all players speak the same language. In this game, your goal is to survive a specific scenario with the help of a character and an object card. The game starts out with 3 decks of cards, one for objects, one for scenarios, and one for characters. The amount of cards per deck can vary depending on the gameplay and the variety that you would like as a player. However, there should always be a ratio of 2 to 1, where there are 2 object and character cards for every 1 scenario card. The game works best with at least 20 scenarios and at least 40 objects and 40 characters. Players have complete control in this game by creating their own object cards, scenario cards, and character cards. A scenario card could be any life-threatening event or scenario. The objects and character cards will be used to aid the player in surviving the specific scenario. As the players are allowed to create their own cards, these cards can be however ridiculous or serious as the players would desire. At the beginning of this game, each player starts out with 3 object cards and 3 character cards. Whenever an object and character card is used, the player must draw another so that they always have 3 object and 3 character cards in their hands at all times. The game starts out with the youngest player going first, and then goes clockwise. One player draws a scenario card, and then chooses from their 3 objects and 3 character cards to determine the combination of object and character that would best allow their player to win and survive this specific scenario. Here's an example. One player gets the scenario that they are attacked by the Mafia. The player then uses the object of an Iron Man suit and the character of John Cena to help survive the scenario. Other players would then vote to determine if they believe this player would survive the said scenario with the specific object and character card they used. A majority of players must vote that the player will survive the scenario for them to survive and receive a point. If a tie occurs during voting, the player does not win that round and does not receive a point. The amount of points a player needs to receive or scenarios they need to survive can vary depending on gameplay, but a good rule of thumb would be about 5 scenarios before the player wins. Gameplay would continue like this until the desired amount of 1 scenarios has been reached. When this occurs, the game will be over, and the player with the most points wins.